IELTS aspirants. Sapna welcomes you to Sapna Master IELTS, where I'll be telling you about the words and phrases to avoid in IELTS essays. The essay writing section of IELTS is quite formal. This is same for academic writing task 1. So you must use the right words here. You could lose marks in vocabulary and grammar if you're writing in an informal way, using the idioms or using memorized phrases. So here are some which will help you to avoid these kind of mistakes. So let's go ahead. If you want to lose a band score, if you are doing just one of these mistakes, if you are making a combination of errors, and then it could be the cause of being stuck at just 6 or 6.5. So let's go ahead. Okay, the first thing which is in front of you is memorize sentences and phrases, means the show of phrases. Sometimes I have seen many of the students, they try to impress the examiner, they try to show off in front of the examiner with set phrases, set words. So examiners actually, they are trained to spot these and they lower your score. These are easy to spot because the rest of the essay may have issues with the wording and the grammar, and suddenly there is a native speaker academic type phrase that just seems out of the place. So I have just marked few of them if which are in front of you. Suppose the first one is there are plethora of reasons for rise in population, for rise in obesity. The chief among those. Also, you can say it is undeniable fact that global warming is caused by carbon dioxide emissions. Then the primary factor is so and so so so. Then this is highly controversial issue that needs to be tackled in a timely manner to elucidate my point further and so on. So just use language that you feel comfortable with. Memorize sentences and stock sentences will negatively impact your score. Overall score, just mind it and make sure that you don't use these kind of words and sentences there. Okay, the next one is using idiomatic language and slangs. See, idioms are the set phrases that native speakers often use in their conversation. So you do not use the idiom in writing section as far as they are too informal and are often used in the wrong way by the English learners. You can use them in the speaking section, but they must be used accurately. Make sure you know how to use it 100%, or they could again lower down your score in speaking as well. If you are memorizing them in the speaking part, when the examiner will come to know, he'll notice it, and then two will lower your score. Some of the examples which I have shown here, the issue of global warming is a hot potato. Then I have written, it costs an arm and a leg to use public transport in London these days. At the end of the day, the government needs to raise tax. So there are some slangs also, just avoid them unless your English level is very close to native speaker level and you're very confident when using them. Slang words are not advisable in speaking or writing because they're quite informal and they can be misunderstood if they are not used in the right context. I have written the examples here as well. So these sentences which are slangs, these are not at all used in IELTS. So make sure you also don't use it. So with the next one, that is using the pronouns. You can use personal pronouns in your writing, but be very careful. If you are using the word you too much in your writing, it comes across as informal and it means that you're personally addressing the reader. Suppose I have given the example, if you want to get rid of this problem, you must take initiatives and you should take care of this matter beforehand. Now, from the above example, you can see how informal it sounds. The student would need to work on using the passive to give it a more academic feel. However, you can use I or my to state your opinion because in many cases, suppose it is the question is like, to what extent do you agree or disagree? What's your opinion? So it's very hard to give your opinion without using I or my. but don't use the passive voice to state your opinion like it is believed that. It means the statement doesn't clearly show my view. It looks like a general opinion because it is using passive language. But if you use, in my view, the consumption of too much fast food causes obesity. So the sentence clearly shows my opinion, which is much better to use it. Here we go with the next slide, that is shortened words and short forms. This is quite known to everybody, every student, that you need not use any kind of short forms here. So shortened words are the words such as info for information, UD for university, and ASAP for as soon as possible. So try not to use these kind of words because these words are sloppy in writing and mainly used in speaking. In addition to this, short forms like can't, isn't, wouldn't, don't. Instead of that, you must use cannot, will not, would not, and did not. Why? Because this shows the paragraph is well developed and it uses good vocabulary and grammar. But when you are using the short forms, again, it will help you to deteriorate your band score. Okay, the outline sentences in the introduction means uh, you just memorize these phrases and plug them into the essay. I've seen so many variations of these when I mark writing. I have given the examples also. I'll argue both points and present my opinion. This outline sentences in the introduction part of the writing, it means that you are giving the opinion or you are agree to it or you disagree to it, and you this essay will explore reasons to it. I'll illustrate my point in more detail. The following essay will outline more reasons. I'll give reasons. So these kind of words or sentences can stick to just 6 or 6.5, not more than that, or 5.5 even. So instead of this, you must use just two things when writing an introduction, that is paraphrase and give a thesis statement. This is what you need to do, and you'll get a better band score as compared to using the other sentences which are discussed above. I have seen quite a lot of confusion in the conclusion part. The student usually thinks they have to impress the examiner with the high level phrases such as in nutshell or last but not the least, or again, the crux of the matter is to reiterate, to end the end. So these kind of words will not take you anywhere. Instead of that, avoid using these as they'll make essay look memorized, and these are completely unnecessary. There's no need to complicate the things. Just choose one of these which are going to conclude this in conclusion or to sum up. That's it, and it will be looking better as compared to the above written phrases. Using informal phrases to state your opinion means all IELTS essays are asking for a position. So if the question is like, to what extent do you agree or disagree? What is your opinion? What is your view? And I'll explain it with these information, these informal phrases such as I reckon, as far as I'm concerned. To be honest, uh, I have this point of view. So these phrases are fine to use in the speaking section, but not, this is not a formal test. Just avoid them in the essay writing section. Instead of that, you can use I hold the view, I believe, or in my point of view. For that, you can again check what kind of words you can use and not. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you liked it, and I hope that you came to know about the various things that you need to avoid in your writing, in essay writing. You can join me on YouTube, that is Sapna Master IELTS. You can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You can also contact me on Facebook and Instagram, that is masterclass.ielts. I have my Telegram channel where you can get all the vocabulary and latest material, that is Masterclass IELTS, and I have my WhatsApp groups, so you can join. You can just text me to be added in that, and you can get the latest vocabulary related to it. Don't forget to share the video with maximum number of people so that you can also help, and hit the bell button so that you come to know about the various updates related to IELTS. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.